Rule number 98. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you need to do something you never did.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, so I told you earlier on the phone today that what I really wanted to do was just capture the inspiration and the perseverance and how you train and apply your principles to your training, and how everyday people, whether it's desk job, construction, how we all suffer, and a lot of us feel like we got a lot more losses than we do wins. You know, and on the table back there we talked about Eastern philosophy. How much of that plays into your training and overcoming obstacles?
I think like a lot of what I do is to training and overcoming obstacles. You know, like it's natural. You have to overcome obstacles, whether it's in life or whether I'm trying to like be in martial arts. I know you have someone who's trying to hurt you. You know, sometimes like it's really easy to identify in kickboxing or jiu-jitsu or boxing or wrestling. You know,
you always see it
in real life. You know that you don't have the blessing of knowing who's trying to get you. Or
you got the employee at work that's talking behind your back. You got the exes. You got the friends you think are friends.
Right, exactly. And you never really know who's. But it's easy and it's simple. Mm-hmm. It's simple. Simple's not always easy, but it's simple in martial arts. You know, the problem's directly in front of you.
So you could identify the little twitch where
the person what's happening, and so the way to go about and fixing those problems is you have to figure that out. You have to figure that out mentally, physically, technically. There's a lot of parallels between martial arts and life, and you have to draw those all the time, right? But as far as like persevering, like, you know, if you just give up or you just lay down the first time something doesn't go your way, then you're not gonna last very long.
So many people do that.
Right.
I'm watching our son right now. He's 7 years old, and every time he tries something new, if he don't get it, he just quits and throws a fit. And that's something that we really work on. But man, I'm telling you what, it's a battle, because you look at them later on down life and you're like, man, I don't want you to do that, because you try out for sports, you talk to a girl, you get an F in your math class. I don't want you to quit math.
Right.
You know?
You're going to get a lot of, and that's what the problem is. Like sometimes, using the parenting as an example, sometimes I'll tell my sons no, just because, for like no reason, right? Because in this world is gonna kick your butt, right? And it's tough. So, you know, in martial arts, you come in, and a lot of people do that. You'll see it in the gym. You'll see it in classes. Like people come in and they expect to be great or they expect to be good, right? And they get here and they're not. And
get the wind knocked out of them. Reality clouds.
And sometimes we never see those guys again. And sometimes they come back and they keep coming, and then then you end up having something special. You know, if you keep coming and coming, and whether that's something special on different scales, you know, that something special is like, hey, you've been here for 10 years, and you know you can take care of yourself. Or that something special is a big win and inside the cage in front of everybody. Or something special is you just committed to something productive as opposed to being counterproductive somewhere else. You know?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna hit you with a meat and tater question right now. We did the soup talk, right? We did a little philosophy and all that. But what I really want to focus on is failures and successes. And I believe I touched with this on the phone with you, is because everybody can sit there and tell you that one success, but if you do that just one thing, you're going to make all those same mistakes. But being able to know the failures in life, what would be one of the biggest failures that you've had in your life? And we're going to childhood, to adulthood, middle adulthood, to now.
That's very heavy. I think one of the stuff like failure, I failed so many times just as a person, as a man, as a father, as a partner. Like,
what was the biggest one? Or what was the one that hurt the most? And you don't gotta tell me the darkest secret. That's part two.
I think that just not being able to yet show my sons like, hey, this is what a healthy relationship looks like, and a lot of that's on me, and a lot of that's on the past. But I mean, that would easily be one of my biggest failures. But also on the flip side of that, I think that I showed them, that you can be happy by yourself. I don't need to have, to be chasing some kind of superficial relationship, and I'm happy all by myself, and happy with them, and I can show them how to be happy when things aren't perfect.
I know just from witnessing since I've been here, your interactions with them and the way that they're very well spoken, and just the smiles on them and stuff. And I tell you, I could tell the difference between being active in their life and taking an active and invested interest in their upbringing, and just like go play Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, of course.
If you do that, I'm not really saying anything bad about it, but there's definitely a difference. And touching on showing them a healthy relationship, I know that I have been through the throes. I've been through every relationship except a good one. And until here recently, I didn't know what a good one was. It's just the unconditional love and not judgment. I was an alcoholic, bro. When COVID hit, I completely shut down my office, and I felt like I lost a child. And so what happened was I turned to alcohol. It was real easy. That was natural selection.
Of course.
Lose your job, please go spend everything on alcohol.
And it helps in 0 parts of your life, right?
So I went through depression and alcoholism from then until just 6 months ago.
Wow.
And I just decided that I was going to pick myself up. But just being able to identify what was going on, I didn't know. And what a good relationship was, because I didn't know how to be a good man.
Of course, that's important.
It's absolutely important. And so recently, I was with my wife for the last 3.5 years, and then we got married. But never once did she judge me. Never once did she did we fight about my alcohol consumption. Never once did she anything. She was just always like, she had faith in me. And and that's something that I wish that everybody had.
Yeah.
Talking to you, that's something I wish that I could give you. Just from today, watching you interact with your kids, dude, I got a huge amount of faith in you. And I'm not saying that for the camera. I don't give a shit. I mean, like man to man.
And that's what we need, is someone to believe in us, right? Like whether because everyone screws up, right? Like we're all humans, so like it is what it is.
It's like, what'd you tell me on the phone? You're not doing this for the belt. You're not doing this for the records. You're doing this because of what it gives you.
Yeah.
After relaxing after the massage, I was hoping I massage your tongue and give me a little bit more on that.
Like I fight for the training, to be every day, and I'm improving myself. I'm trying to improve myself, like physically, I'm improving myself. Technically, I'm always challenging my brain and always trying to figure out how to solve problems, and it keeps me focused. It keeps me from dabbling in other vices, whether it be alcohol or drugs or partying or women or whatever, and which have all,
that's an easy road to turn to.
Have all been like things that I've turned to before. But also, like I'm here because sometimes it changes from day to day. Sometimes just if you could hear the sound of the crowd from outside, right? and but just right then, like sometimes even still, like right before I make the walk, I'm just so grateful, because I'm like, man, this is like really my life. Like this is cool. Like like this, as a kid, like this is like, oh, this is what I dreamed of as a kid. And this is, everyone you watch like you watch a movie and you see the fighter like walking out to the ring. And I've made that walk, 100 times. And so now it's like, I'm still thankful every time, like this is really my life, so it's pretty cool. And I think that just showing up in the gym and the grind, I love the grind, whether I'm gonna fight on the horizon or not, like I'm gonna be in the gym and I'm trying to either help my students or my teammates or myself, It's
students.
Yeah.
So you teach more than just yourself and your kids.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's tough to like sometimes like imagine myself like as a leader, but I mean I am, of course.
Yeah, somebody's got to take that mantle.
By default,
I'd rather be.
Right. And by default, like I'm naturally a leader by default, but I have so much to share and so much to give. And sometimes I'm more of like the silent, like when it comes to like like when it comes to like inspiration or trying to hype people up, and sometimes I am a little more vocal, but you know, technically I have so much to give, you know, and if you're paying attention to what I'm telling you, like I'll just pour into you, you know. So I do enjoy that quite a bit.
It's really easy, because when I find somebody, when I'm teaching a massage, and they're just like, they want to know more, and I'm like, I'll give you all you can take. And you know, it might be system overload sometimes, but I mean, it fills my heart up. Just to be able to give somebody else some direction, some hope, some confidence. And I'll tell you what, man, you go home and you put your head on that pillow, and that's a different kind of tired. I mean, that's a deserved, like well-deserved rest. You know, and that's something we can hang our hats on as men, dude.
Right. I think, some of the most important people in my life have been, you know, my coaches in sports growing up, and you know, and just watching. And sometimes you have some that are vocal, and sometimes you have some that are silent, you know, and even, you know, and it took me a while to grow up and like realize that my parents were doing the same thing, you know. Like my dad never complained, you know. He'd be up at butt crack of dawn every morning at work, you know, whether I kept him up all night being a hooligan or not. Like, you know, he's up at 6. You know, he's at work by 6, like every single day, you know, for my whole life, until recently when he retired.
Man, I mean, but that's a different generation.
Yeah.
You know? I wish I had that work ethic. I lost it, and then I'm looking at the kids today, don't even know what ethic. They can't spell work ethic.
It's tough, man.
You know, I mean, that's a whole bunch of syllables wrapped up in some foreign language.
and it's weird, the modalities that they want us to instruct these. You know, they want us to instruct young people in different modalities, but sometimes, you know, it's still the old school stuff still works, man. Like, hey, pay attention.
Man,
you know, right?
I'm telling you, I was telling you about Thai yoga massage and how it's more ancient than any of our Western modalities, and it's not even the most ancient, and it's more effective than the new stuff. You know, the trigger point release. They act like they invented it, but they just found it.
Of course, and doing martial arts and massage and you know, playing with the body, you know, and figuring out ways to, you know, be the best without all this technology, you know. Like,
I want to get behind you on this, bro. Tell me what you think about this. What about putting me into your next routine? Put me in your routine, and we could really help each other. You know, like because I like your philosophy and all this, and I wouldn't mind like walking you to that aisle, you walking down and stuff. You know, not me personally, but just like getting you there and getting you through it and all that stuff, and being able to follow you and help you. And I mean, your philosophy and your approach, I think, will be very impactful on me too. And I'm all about surrounding myself with good people. When I find them, I'm like, you're my friend.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how it would work for you, but I mean, I'd be willing to do whatever it takes to get you in shape and keep you all limber and stuff.
I think that would be extremely helpful. Like, and I know I'm fighting March 30th here in town at Hartman Arena.
We got some work to do.
So
you want to take it on?
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's do it.
We can do that.
All right.
We can do that.
All right.
I think that it's obviously something I have to take, and something that I neglect a lot of times is like taking care of my body, because you know I work really hard, man. I love to work hard. And when sometimes I just like I'm hanging out with the kids or
I come with a whole team. I was telling you about this, dude. But what I've done is I put together a whole team of health and wellness professionals in Wichita, from doctors to chiropractors to other massage therapists to yoga instructors to personal trainers to there's people in there that do kickboxing for cardio. You already got that covered, right? But it's just a whole, we got master herbalists, we got podcasters, photographers, and just the list different professionals. But what I've done is put together a team to where individual clients will have a fitness family to where they can bounce around from. Like, say you get tired of kickboxing, you go over here and do some kettlebells. You know what I mean? You go over here and do this, you do that. You get tired of that, broke your body down, go see him, go see her. And just being able to do that would really pull the team together and give us a mission.
Of course.
And let me bring you to the team, and then we could see how that works out for you.
I'm definitely interested for sure.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right. So let's leave with a closing thought. You got anything come to mind? If not, it ain't no paper.
Nah, not much, man. I think like as far as if you want to, like,
I'll probably end up cutting all that, and then what we'll do is I'll just go ahead and use that for the team, and then I'll show them, hey guys, we're gonna bring Cody on, and it's our mission, dude. Because my goal is to be able to show the team the power of a team.
Of course,
yeah. Because you could get so far, and I truly believe this. Like what I've been telling everybody is that if you're trying to climb a mountain, you got 100 pounds on your back. But if you got 4 people, whereas you get here by yourself, but you split 25, you get all the way to the top.
Yeah. And
then you look down at all your haters, you got to get a plane ticket to go say hi to your friends.
That's right. Absolutely.
I just want to put it into action and show everybody what's up.
Heck yeah. I can dig it.
What's up? Dude, we're going to do this.
All right.
Oh my God. Peace out. I'm dead serious on this, bro.
Sounds good to me.
Everything's been getting dropped in my path, just like the craziest of people, like that I don't really expect to be a part of any big master plan, and they'll just be in my life, and I'll feel like a draw to them, and then come and find out that there's a reason.
Of course.
You know, and like everybody says, everything goes around, it happens for a reason, but I don't think anybody really truly trusts that. Very